I've sewn a few test stitches here, and I have red and gray thread in. So here you can see on the zigzag, occasionally I'll get a little spot of red. On the back side I have some loose threads occasionally. Now this red thread is what's in the case and bobbin. So if it's this loose, the tension on the case is not tight enough, and when I check it, it won't even hold its own weight up. So that's definitely too loose. So I need to tighten that. Now I've just got this machine and I've never had a chance to adjust it, but changing a thread thickness can change the tension on your case. So that might be a reason you would need to change this, or if it's improperly adjusted. Once you do it a few times, you can get close by feel, and they make measuring instruments that will help you put an exact tension on that. I don't have anything like that. I wouldn't know where to set it most times anyway, but over time you'll develop a feel, and you know what that needs to feel like. Conversely, when you pull on this, you'll kind of get a feel for what this tension should be like, and they basically want to be even so that the stitches match in the middle of the material. So I've set that up to where it feels better to me. We'll try some more stitches and see if it does better. I'm just sewing 2 pieces of canvas. Interesting thing happened, or you might find it interesting. As I was sewing, my thread slipped off the tree, and you can see when that happened right here. The machine had to twist that spool, and so that in effect raised the tension up here, and so you started to see the bottom threads being pulled to the top. But before then, we had a pretty good thing going, and also the tension on the bottom thread is more consistent and taut without being too tight. Alright, so that time we don't have any red on this top line. The Singer 20U33, this is I mean, they probably made millions of these machines. There's a lot of them, a lot of people know them, a lot of people are familiar with them. You know, I don't know if the analogy works for you, but it's the Chevy 350. You know, it's nothing special, but man, it'll go. So that's sometimes as good as it gets. So it's a zigzag machine, does straight stitches. These two tension knobs and this allow you to control the width of your stitch. Of course, this is the stitch length. Goes from 0 to 5. I like how they have the dots on here, so the smaller dots is a smaller stitch, and of course the longer dash is a longer stitch. Some machines go small to big, and some they do it in different ways. I believe this is millimeters, others do stitch per inch, so it kind of, one's backwards from the other when you're looking at numbers. So this is needle position, so that'll go all the way right, that's all the way left, and that's center. So if we loosen these up, this goes to straight. This will sew straight in this position. Also, there is on the side, when you want to sew straight, there's a lock over here, and you'll tighten that down, and that helps hold it dead straight. We'll leave that unlocked for now. Now you can set the upper and lower stitch width with these knobs. So if you set it all the way up, tighten this knob, it keeps it from going down any farther. And you'll see that when I release the tension, it goes back to straight. So if you wanted to keep it from going any wider than this, you will put it at that position, tighten the top one. Now when you go back to it, it won't go any higher than that. So you can set lower and upper limits and then go back and forth with ease. So you can do changes on the fly. Something like this. Okay, if I shorten this up, I'll give myself a little more time. This time I'll do something just the opposite. We'll go for the widest stitch and control how narrow it gets. It won't get any more narrow than that, and it'll go all the way to that width. Okay. So there's a couple of different widths. You can tell if a zigzag machine is well timed by taking it to its widest stitch width, because the way the timing works is if it's a little bit out, it'll miss on one side or the other. So I'll show now, as I have been, that it's very well timed. It doesn't miss any stitches. The reverse works. I've shown the stitch length to work. This machine's ready to go. I've replaced some parts in it. I've replaced the bobbin winding tire. I've replaced some springs in here that have to do with this adjustment. Other than that, I didn't need to replace any other parts except for part of the thread tensioner here. So it's 100% ready to go. It's timed, it's oiled, and make your best bid. Thank you.